Okay, someday I'm going to come up with something more interesting than just me talking, but not today. All right, today we're doing slope-intercept form, which you probably already know. The equation is y equals mx plus b, m being the slope, b being the y-intercept, hence the name slope-intercept form, and it's an equation. Okay, so here we go. Here's some bamboo and it's growing very quickly. Didn't know if you knew that. Okay, so here's my graph. So the first thing we're looking for is the y-intercept, which is here. The y-intercept is 0, 20. What does this tell us about the bamboo plant? It tells us that either when it was planted, planted, it was 20 feet tall, or it was 20 feet tall when time was 0, which means when they started recording how tall it was. So one of those two. Okay, and the slope is the rise and the run. So here's another point. So we're going up by 10, and we're going over by 10. So the slope is 10 over 10, which is equal to 1, which means the plant grows 1 foot. 1 foot growth per day. Okay, so is this a direct variation? The answer would be no, because for direct variation, it has to cross the origin, which is 0, 0. It does not, so it is not a direct variation. So if we're going to write the equation, we're going to use the slope, which is 1, the y-intercept, which is 20. So my equation is going to be y equals 1x plus 20, which obviously you know you could put y equals x plus 20. Okay, so if we want to know how long it will take for the plant to grow 60 feet, the feet is our y, so we're going to put 60 equals x plus 20. We're going to subtract 20 from each side. X is equal to 40. So after 40 days, the plant will be 60 feet tall. Okay. So I'm going to make a table. My table is going to go sideways because that's where I have room. So at 0 days, it was 20 feet tall. After 10 days, it was 30 feet tall. After 20 days, it was 40 feet tall. And after 30 days, it was 50 feet tall. So there's my 4 points. This one tells me after 30 days, the plant was 50 feet tall. Okay, so now that you've written an equation and you kind of know what it means, we're going to write an equation. Here's the slope, here's the y-intercept, m, b, y equals mx plus b. So y is equal to negative 4 over 5 x plus 7. And that's how we write our equation. Okay, when you get to number 8, stop that. When you get to number 8, man, I'm having a problem here. Let's try this again. You have to do 2 things. You have to find the slope. Oh man. You have to find the slope. And then you have to find the intercept. Okay, so the slope, I'm going to find the difference between the y's and x's. Notice that the y is going down, so that means it's a -2. The x is going up, means it's a +1. So the slope is going to be -2/1. Or -2. The intercept is when x equals 0, so it's right here. So the y-intercept is b equals 5. So the equation is going to be y equals -2x plus 5. So there's always two things you need to find, the slope and the y-intercept. Most of these are going to make it easy for you to find the y-intercept. We'll get to ones where it's harder later. So let's go down to the graph. First thing we need to do is find the slope. Second thing we do is find the y-intercept. The slope, let's find some pretty points. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and over 1. So the change in y over change in x is going to be 3/1, and it's negative. So we can say that the slope is -3. The y-intercept is 4. So y equals -3x plus 4, which would be answer choice C. Oh my gosh, this one's going to go so fast. Okay, last one. First thing we're going to do is find the slope. And I see a point here and here. So we go up 1, 2, over 1, 2, 3. It's negative. So I know right then that it's not going to be D or B. Here's my intercept. So I know my intercept has to be 4, A or C. And then my slope is C. A has the slope x over y instead of y over x. So two important things you're doing, you're finding the slope and you're finding the y-intercept, which is B. Once you know the slope and the y-intercept, you're good to go, and you can fill that out. I think this is one of the last ones we're going to have where you guys are like, oh yeah, I learned that last year, so enjoy that.